Can you tell us about the crazy immigration consult you had last week? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our office here in St. Louis, Missouri. One of the great things about being an immigration lawyer is immigration law is federal, which means you can practice immigration law in all 50 states. You can help people all over the country. So we get consults all over the country, and I had a consult late last week that really blew my mind. This person was applying for a green card based on VAWA, the Violence Against Women Act, and it's a man who is filing the application. The VAWA does apply to men and women alike, but it is a little bit harder to get VAWA for a man than it is for a woman. But that's not what made this case crazy. What made this case crazy was the fact that the person had filed a VAWA claim against wife number 3. He had applied for benefits for a green card based on his marriage to a U.S. citizen 2 times before. And on the first application, he didn't show up for his interview. He didn't submit any evidence in support of his application. He didn't use a lawyer. And they went out and interviewed his first wife. On his second case, he submitted a little bit of evidence on his case. He went to the interview, he showed up late, and he gave a ton of answers that were inconsistent with his second wife. And then later, he just recently got denied on the I-360 that he filed trying to get a green card based on VAWA. And he wanted to know what I could do for him. And I had a long talk with him. I said, look, this case is jacked up. And this case was jacked up from the start. You have applied multiple times for immigration benefits. You've demonstrated a real desire to stay in the United States, but you haven't done things correctly. So you know what? There's some things that we can't fix. There's some cases that we can't take. There's some cases that cannot be won. And one of the telltale signs of one of these cases is one where someone has multiple marriages trying to get an immigration benefit off from multiple spouses. We've certainly had those cases approved before, but in his situation, he had a denial that was not 3 pages long, it wasn't 6 pages long, it was 10 pages long. And it was very clearly written by the fraud unit of his local USCIS field office, where he had the interview on the I-360. And USCIS and their fraud unit had gone out and spoken to wife number 1. They had gone out and spoken to wife number 2. They had combed through his entire alien file and gotten all the notes and all the documents and all the information from his prior cases, and they wrote in painstaking detail a 10-page denial going line by line all the way down his application and showing every single inconsistency in this poor fellow's case. And I said to him at the end of just reviewing this denial and talking some of the major points over with him, I said, look, you're the kind of person that makes my job hard. You're the kind of person and you have the kind of case that makes it difficult for average immigrants who want to stay in the United States to be able to get the immigration benefits that they deserve. It's cases like yours that make it hard for everybody else and makes it hard for everyone in my office trying to protect immigrants. And so I told him, we're not taking your case. I put a notation in his electronic database entry that we don't want to work with him, and we put a code red on him, which means we don't want to work on him or with him on his case in the future. And it really was eye-opening to see the lengths that some people will go to try and stay in the United States in a way that is not following the rules. The decision outlined all these inconsistencies with him and his first wife, all these inconsistencies with him and his second wife. There were statements in there like he hadn't consummated the marriage, he hadn't lived together as husband and wife, he hadn't, opened real bank accounts, that one of the spouses said that he had paid her or offered to pay her to go to the interview with him. It was just a real mess. And I was actually happy to turn down that case because we don't want to waste our time on those cases. In the old days, I used to, offer to take the case but charge someone a lot more money. But when it was fraud, we couldn't do that. And this one had all the smells of fraud, and so we decided to turn down the case and send him on his way. We wish him, of course, the best of luck. We don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but you got to be careful when you're getting ready to file for an immigration benefit or to ask for an immigration benefit that you follow the law and you don't engage in immigration fraud. And so this was going to make this case very difficult to win and almost impossible. And I don't know that I entirely trusted the fellow, so we gladly sent him packing. So hopefully you don't have a case like this. Hopefully your case is clearly distinguishable from the facts that I just laid out for you. But at the end of the day, our office has fought too hard to get our law licenses, as my wife Imani says, and we do too much to help too many people to waste our time on cases like this. So we're sad for him. We wish him well, but we're going to move on. And if you want to move on, you should give us a call, 314-961-8200. You can email us at info@hackinglawpractice.com. Be sure to find us in our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get updates whenever we make videos just like this one. Thanks a lot. And file only good cases, not bad cases. Please, I'm begging you. And all my clients are begging you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.